Welcome to UAPB Currents. Joining us today, we have Mr. Dushun Scarbrough, who is the Executive Director for the Arkansas Martin Luther King Jr. Commission. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here with you, Miss Shelley Roby Ingram, here at the UAPB TV station. And hello out there to the audience in Pine Bluff. And we're looking forward to working with you.
You're right. And you guys are here today to talk about an event that you have coming up soon.
Absolutely. May 16th, we are looking to have a Nonviolence Youth Summit. This is our second summit right here in Pine Bluff.
Okay.
Pine Bluff has hosted our first summit in Pine Bluff about 2010. So we're coming back, and next Friday, May 16th, will be a Nonviolence Youth Summit that we will have entitled it Stop the Violence. Mm-hmm. So it's a call to the community to stop the violence. We have upward of somewhere about 1,000 kids from all over the state of Arkansas who will be right here in Pine Bluff to help find ways and different ways of alleviating violence.
Okay, all right. Before we get into that, I wanted you again, even though you've been on the show a couple of times, you're a regular guest, a part of the UAPB family.
The UAPB family.
Part of the UAPB family here.
I love it.
And we love having you down here in Pine Bluff. So for any guests, though, who may have not had an opportunity to see those previous shows, give us a little bit of background information about what the Arkansas Martin Luther King Jr. Commission is and what it does.
Very good. Our goal is to promote racial harmony and multicultural diversity. And we are legislatively mandated to follow those noble tenets of Dr. King and teach those principles of nonviolence to youth, all those principles that are espoused by Dr. King. So we garner participation for many of our events from kids all over the state of Arkansas to come out and be part in moving Dr. King's legacy forward.
Okay. And what are some of the activities that you all have throughout the year, or some of the regular events that you all have?
Wow, well, as you know, we kicked off a great event at the very beginning, our King Holiday, right here in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and it was very successful, and you were there.
Yeah.
And we thank you so much for coming out. We garnered the participation of upward of 1,200 folks or more, and it was just a great event to see everyone in the community come out and unite for one cause, and that is for Dr. King's legacy and for his celebration of observance of his day. And it was just so important to have a couple of those main events right here in Pine Bluff. And I just think that, looking ahead, there are just unlimited possibilities in coming back and doing more programs right here. We also consist of doing women conferences throughout the state of Arkansas, our nonviolence youth summits. We have annual vigil that we do. And one of the things that I've been doing as executive director is to bounce around the state, as opposed to just staying in one location. So instead of Little Rock or just the metropolitan areas there, I try to bounce, Pine Bluff or hit all four corners of the state. And we've been very successful in doing so because, as you know, it is the Arkansas Martin Luther King Jr. Commission. So we're trying to help brand and maintain that legacy and the name itself throughout the state of Arkansas.
Right. And I know that we've spoken before about the fact that the Arkansas Martin Luther King Jr. Commission has a distinction among other Martin Luther King Jr.
Absolutely,
commissions.
yes. We are the largest of the commissions throughout the United States. And this is not stating the King Center. Now, they're a separate entity. Right. But we work very closely and very well with the King Center. But of the commissions that are remaining, we are the largest and most active. As a state commission, especially during my tenure, we have tried to put on programs just about every month throughout the state of Arkansas. Okay. Coming up next week is our 10th program right here in the city of Pine Bluff. So in the last 6 years, we've been busy and active here and there, and you and I have got to know each other coming back and forth, and I just really appreciate your support in the community and all that you do in coming out and working with us. And many people don't know, but Shelley Roby Ingram is all over, not only in Pine Bluff, but we see her at Little Rock at all kind of events, and I bump into you just about everywhere out here in the calls trying to make a difference. And I appreciate that, and I see how it ignites your children and what you're instilling in them.
Well, thank you, and we appreciate the opportunity that we have, and I know that you take every opportunity that you can, as you have today, to get out and get the word out about the Arkansas Martin Luther King Jr. Commission and any activities and events that you all have coming up. But for those people who are somewhere living in the dark and may not have had the opportunity to hear about the things going on, and they say, well, I didn't know that they had that, tell them where they can go to find out more information.
Well, you can certainly come and peruse our website at www.arkingdream.org. You can call us at 501-683-1300. And, you know, when you're perusing that website, we have an executive summary that pretty much tells everything, Shelley, that we've done in the last 6 years, and just about every month. So you kind of get an idea of what we're doing on an ongoing basis. We kind of state on there what's coming up for the upcoming years. So we encourage everyone to get involved. Now, many of these summits, these nonviolence youth summits, we set out actually as a commission to work in certain areas of the state. But ironically, the success of the program has been very good, that we have cities actually calling us to come back or calling us to come and put on another program. And we were called for this program. You know, I'd like to say thank you, definitely. Alderwoman Thelma Walker really reached out and wanted us to be part of the community, as did Senator Henry Hank Wilkins IV. In bringing this program to fruition right here in Pine Bluff. So it's a much needed cause. You know, we're wanting to come out and help alleviate the violence here in Pine Bluff, and by calling to action or stop the violence program. And it's great because we have all these kids that we're following behind, and they're the ones leading the effort.
Right. Okay, we're going to go to break, and when we come back, then we're going to take an opportunity to talk a little bit about one of the more recent events that you all had that I think was a big success, which was the event that was recently in Harrison, Arkansas. And I know there are a lot of people who are interested to get some inside details on how you think that went, and and I was there, and I think it went great as well. So we'll talk about that when we come back from break.
All right, we look forward to seeing you after the break.
Okay, we'll be right back on UAPB Currents.
Hi everyone, I'm Eric Spoelstra of the Miami Heat and a member of the NBA Fit team. I'm here today at the White House to find out why eating healthy can help you perform like a champion.
Well, I eat fruits and vegetables every day because it gives me the energy I need to perform at the top of my game.
Thanks, Dwayne. What about you, Ray?
Drinking water is an important part of my pregame routine so I can stay focused and refreshed. And you can take it from me, eating the right foods can help make you a better athlete.
Oh, Angel Ice!
Pretty good, huh?
How did UAPB prepare me? The Business Marketing Program. Here at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, the faculty works very close with us, making sure we reach our full potential. With the help of Career Services, I was able to obtain an internship with Hope Federal Credit Union. This opportunity allowed me to travel to different states and learn additional skills. The company was so impressed at how talented and prepared I was as an intern that they offered me a full-time position as program officer. That's how UAPB prepared me.
Welcome back to UAPB Currents, and again we are joined by Mr. Dushun Scarbrough, who is the Executive Director for the Arkansas Martin Luther King Jr. Commission. And before we went to break, we were talking about some of the activities and events that you all do and put on around the state of Arkansas. And a recent event that I had an opportunity to take part in and experience was the event in Harrison, Arkansas. And we had an opportunity to talk a little bit previously when you had come on the show about the fact that that event was coming up. And I think that that's an event that you've had before. You've been to Harrison.
February 2012, our first, we've been working with Harrison now quite a while, and we put on the program there to start a new beginning. Recent years, the King Commission wanted to do something different, and we wanted to get into a community that was much needed, and in reference to trying to get others involved throughout the state of Arkansas. And we were just trying to keep it from being just in Little Rock. And ironically, the mayor of Harrison reached out to us in the City Chamber of Commerce about wanting to put on a program. And we kind of designed and implemented a program and took it to Harrison, and they loved it. We entitled it A New Beginning, and it was geared toward helping race relations and trying to get over the negativity that hovered over Harrison's past. Right. And I thought, well, the first thing to do is confront the issue, and let's tackle it at that point. And I mean, it went well. It was one of the most successful. It was the first Black History program ever presented in Harrison, Arkansas. Wow. And I love Harrison. What you find is a group of individuals in Harrison that are really wanting to get that negative stigma taken away from them. Mm-hmm. We confront the issue. Yes, there was a bad past there. But the way you get past that is we had a lot of youth that would just came from all over the state of Arkansas, as you were there,
right,
that were wanting to help get rid of that that stigma. And boy, I tell you, they did it. They were in the program, they participated in the program, and we also led a march of about 400 youth during our vigil that we moved from Little Rock to Harrison for the very first time this year. So it was very successful. Both programs, both days were successful. And I tell you, I mean, here we are, we just came off Harrison doing that event, and they're wanting to do something else. So, like I said, it's amazing. It means a lot when you talk about outcome measures and a program, and realizing that how it affects kids' lives and how they look at the Nonviolence Youth Summit as programs that have really helped them in alleviating violence and taking the proper steps and working toward when they're in or confronted in situations having to do with violence.
Right. Now, what are the steps that cities like Harrison and like Pine Bluff have to go through if they want a program to come to their city?
Well, you call the office. I have a very open door policy. You call me and I will sit and set up a meeting. I'll sit down and talk to you. And we've had individuals like Senator Wilkins who wanted to do things in Pine Bluff to help take away the cost of having to spend money, or Alderwoman Thelma Walker who feel that they want some programs here to help the youth, and we're all about youth. Right. One of our commissioners, Maddie Collins, has taught me a lot. She said, sometimes, you gotta get to those youth. You gotta really, really get them tuned in, and they can make a difference. And she loves working with the kids, as does I do, and I really appreciate her and all she's done. And as does Dr. Carolyn Blakely as well, who's a commissioner here, and the city of Pine Bluff as well.
Right. Now that takes us into the event that we have coming up here, again, in the city of Pine Bluff. So tell us again what it is that's going to take place on May 16th.
Yes, on May 16th, we have a Nonviolence Youth Summit. You do not want to miss it. Come out starting at 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., where our guest and keynote speaker will be none other than Tracy Martin, who is the father of the late Trayvon Martin. Now, it's very interesting because the way we wanted to approach this was we're realizing there is violence.
Right.
And to alleviate you can't alleviate violence, but to stop the violence or to try to control the violence, and you have to talk to the kids and get through to them. So we wanted to find a nationally recognized individual who has gone through losing a loved one, and bring that person in to speak from the perspective of losing a loved one. See, it doesn't always just affect that individual that died and that a person that went to jail. It affects families. It affects mothers, fathers. And this individual has a cause called the Trayvon Martin Foundation. Tracy Martin has led this foundation and trying to encourage youth to find alternatives to violence. And that's what we're about. It has nothing to do with the Stand Your Ground law, because we don't have it here in Arkansas. Right. It has nothing to do with the situation that took place with Trayvon Martin, but to learn from that painful experience of losing a loved one and finding different alternatives and how to solve violence, work on alleviating violence. So that's pretty much the perspective that we wanted to put a spin on.
Okay. All right, we're going to go to break, and when we come back, then we're going to talk about
absolutely
what it is that we're going to start doing at 7:30.
Oh, sorry, I said
in the morning. Tim, let's hurry up and go to break before someone gets confused.
I had to sleep. I said
we'll be right back on
I didn't mean for that to happen, though.
UAPB
FAMU how did that get there?
Hi, I'm Sunflower Wilson, a recent graduate with a degree in fisheries biology. As I begin working on my master's, I am confident in the skills and lessons that UAPB has taught me through instructors like Dr. Hawkness.
Sunflower challenged herself with a rigorous course curriculum. Her efforts led to numerous presentations in front of scientific audiences at state and national venues. A National Science Foundation internship gave her the opportunity to go to Alaska and work with scientists examining crustacean physiology. UAPB prepares its students for opportunities like these every day.
UAPB prepared me.
All right, I know this isn't any fun to talk about, but we should. Okay, so who's gonna do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice.
And I'll try to get the generator going without any gas.
Oh, let's not forget the cell phones, which probably won't work.
Right.
And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
Well, I think we couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
Hey everybody! Heart disease affects 1 in every 3 women in America, but you can fight back. There's no time to lose. Mothers, sisters, daughters, families, and friends, it's time to shout louder, stand stronger, and demand change. Let's go!
To the Batmobile. Dang it.
To the invisible jet!
Dang it.
Together, we can put an end to heart disease. It's time to go red for women. I could use your help. Yeah! Learn more from the American Heart Association at www.goredforwomen.org.
She's crazy. See how she do me?
3, 2.
Welcome back to UAPB Currents, where again we are joined by Mr. Dushun Scarbrough, who is the Executive Director for the Arkansas Martin Luther King Jr. Commission and a proud supporter of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. Go Lions.
Oh yes. Oh, I did need to take this off, man. I just thought it wasn't bright enough in here.
Don't come into a UAPB place and not think that we have paraphernalia.
I'm sorry, forgive me for that. Let me get rid of my hat. What time is it though? What time is it? Because I know we have not much time on the show, so I wanted to see how much time do we have? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me put that up too. That had FAMU on it. I'm sorry. How are you?
Yes. Okay. And so we are so proud of you and your affiliation with FAMU, but we are even more proud and appreciative of your affiliation and support of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff.
That's verbal jujitsu. I can't even say anything to that other than, yes ma'am, thank you.
And on that note, we will move on and talk a little more about the event that you all have coming up on Friday, May 16th, right here in Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
That's right, at the Pine Bluff Convention Center. We want to see you there. You know, it's one thing that's important, Shelley, is that we're garnering the participation of kids, of almost 1,000 kids from across the state. And when we talk about outcome measures, as we talked about previously, the trickle-down effect has been just wonderful. It speaks volumes of what the kids are getting out of this program. You know, we have kids from Jonesboro that are coming, kids from Harrison that are coming, and there were kids that just participated from Pine Bluff, so they're coming back again. And the more we keep having these programs, before Harrison, we had one in West Helena. There were kids from West Helena coming. So you have kids just from all over the state that are coming out to be part of such a program, from El Dorado. And, you know, it just speaks volumes of the direction we're going and what the kids are getting out of it and how much they really want to participate in such a program. So, you know, what I would encourage is the community. You know, there are so many community leaders right here in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. There are programs for days and that like working with youth. And while these kids are coming in, and the state Martin Luther King Commission, we're bringing them in, but at the same time, we would like for you to capitalize and use this as an effort to grab some of these kids to help you in your programs, because we don't have contracts on these kids. I mean, these are kids that are wanting to do something positive. So for these community resources, these community leaders, I challenge you. Here's an opportunity. Now that you have these kids coming, come out and be part of the program and get some of these kids to engage in some of your programs. You know, I'm not charging you. You know, we got the kids, but utilize that or capitalize on the effort. And that's one thing. You have a lot of programs out here that say what they want to do and what they're about, and you know, here's an opportunity now for you to have kids and get them in your program. Not only that, but my second challenge are the parents, is to the parents. Here at 11 a.m. we're going to have a peace rally and march, where we're going to march from the Pine Bluff Convention Center to the City Hall steps, where we will hear our speaker, Tracy Martin, who is the father of the late Trayvon Martin. And following that is going to be a lunch. Now, you know, it's important sometimes, and it's challenging to get kids during the daytime.
Yes.
We have these kids during the daytime. We have city council members there, the mayor's expected to be there, and we have legislators that will be there. We're asking parents to come out, have lunch with your kids at this worthy cause, to be part of this program. You know, you don't have to worry about coming out your pocket. We're going to feed you free of charge. Free lunch, free transportation. I'm alleviating all kind of excuses now. All right? Everybody, you have a way to get there. You have free food, and the program is free.
And so this part starts at 11 a.m.
11 a.m. We're going to line up, and it's going to be a big march. And we just want everyone to come out and be part of it. Parents, come out and support your kids. I mean, they're leading the effort to stop the violence right here in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Come out and support that. And I think it's important, and I challenge the parents to do so, and we look forward to seeing you there. May 16th at 7:30 a.m. And again, the march starts at 11. Following that is lunch, and I think it's a great time to pat your kid on the back and say, hey, thank you for being part of a worthy cause and help supporting and carry on the next generation to just try to stop the violence right here in Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Right. Now, what are some of the other activities that the children will be participating in on that day? Because I know when we had an opportunity to come to Harrison, there was entertainment galore.
Yeah, we had a lot of entertainment.
There was entertainment galore, and we also had the opportunity to listen to two dynamic speakers while we were there that the children, you know, they talked about on our way back for hours. And also they had an opportunity to participate in smaller workshops and things. And
Absolutely.
What are some of the things that they're going to be doing here in Pine Bluff?
Well, the program is designed and implemented pretty much to do the same thing. We're going to have dynamic speakers that will be there from the Stop the Violence programs from across the state of Arkansas. We're going to have individuals right here in your city that will be speaking on the programs as well. Of course, we're bringing in Tracy Martin as a guest speaker. Kids will have an opportunity to work in the workshops and participate, and it's so important. If you notice, then you saw a lot of parents in Harrison that traveled with their kids from across the state, and that's the same dynamic we want here. You know, we have to work together to make something to overcome an obstacle this insurmountable, and to do that, you have to bring in everyone, all hands on deck. And we want the parents to come out to participate in the workshops with the kids, and I think it speaks volumes in the direction that we want Pine Bluff, this wonderful city, to go in.
Okay. Now, is registration necessary?
We would love for you to RSVP in advance so that we can make sure we have enough to feed you. But at the same time, it is open to the public, and we do understand that, you know, we need to add on a little overage in case folks didn't RSVP or don't have the means to. So having said that, we come on out free. Everything's free of charge. Buses will be operating free for you that day to bring you to the event. Okay. Pine Bluff City Transit, we want to say thank you so much to them and the Department of Human Services for definitely helping us with this, bring this program to fruition. And we just look forward to people coming out and being part of such a wonderful and successful event. Again, this is our 11th program that we have bounced all over the state of Arkansas. All four corners of the state, and it's almost like a triple down effect with a fan club. Mm-hmm. Once we go into a city, those kids turn right back around and they want to be part of the next program. Right. And now we have the mayor of Harrison, Jeff Crockett. He will be in attendance. Okay. He's coming down, and as you know, we just left his city, and he's bringing some kids down. He's coming to make a special appearance, and I just think it's just wonderful to have such a program of this magnitude.
Okay, and we appreciate you and the Arkansas Martin Luther King Jr. Commission and all of the efforts that you all put forth, you and your staff. You all do an excellent job.
Thank you so much.
And for all of you out there, again, registration is not necessary, but if you're able to do so, then go to the website or give them a call and register so that you can be a part of this event and be accounted for. Come out, bring your children. Transportation is free. The buses will be running.
That's right.
The event is free.
That's
and it's going to be a great event.
Speaking
from experience, they put on spectacular events that will be a wonderful experience for our youth and adults as well.
Yeah, May 16th. Again, VIP breakfast starts at 7:30 a.m. Opening session starts at 9. Please be there on time, because I tell you don't want to miss. We start on time. Do we not start on time? We start on time. So we're going to go ahead and kick off the program, and we look forward to seeing you there. Again, parents, come out and support your kids, be part of this wonderful endeavor. We will make room for you. And we'd love for you to participate, and look forward to seeing you there. May 16th, 7:30 at the Pine Bluff Convention Center, right here in Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Okay, we will see you then, and until next time, we will see you on UAPB Currents.